Hopefully this workshop will grow and expand to maybe some of those alpha gen, those Gen youngins, where we can talk and bring an awareness to the impact that social media is having on their worlds as well. And the truth is, it's having an impact on all of us, and we may not even be aware of it. So some of you may take a lot from this workshop, more than others. And but either way, we're all so happy for you to be here, and maybe you can leave here a little more clear on how you're going to improve your life by using social media and the internet for good, and maybe changing things to positively impact the impact it's having on you. Or you can share this information with someone else that that might come up for you that you think it's going to benefit them. So this is our agenda for today. We want to welcome you. We're gonna have an icebreaker. We're gonna talk about self-worth in the digital age. We're gonna have some creative confidence practice. If you're on your computer and you can join in on the practice, that'll be great. And then, or you can even use your phone. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the body positive lens and how social media may impact our relationship to our body and our perception of our body. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about purpose and if you are using social media at the workplace or in your personal life, we have a clear understanding as far as what we want that to look like in the ideal scenario for ourselves. And then we are just going to close a little bit with some more affirmations and maybe a meditation.
One thing I love about social media is how you can connect with people all over the world, but one thing that's a bit challenging, it can become a bit addicting. Like I can find myself scrolling a lot for hours.
Today we already have started talking about how social media influence our perception of self. Has anyone caught themselves, or has there ever been a moment where you've come to an awareness that you are judging yourself or perceiving yourself in a way that is not true because of what you're seeing on social media or what you're seeing on, in the digital world, online world? Has anyone had those moments of self-awareness? Or is there an opportunity right now to bring an awareness to how social media influences your perception of self? I know that social media absolutely has influenced how I perceive myself, and there's lots of studies that do show the impact of self-perception and social media, right? A lot of comparison, a lot of you wrote down the negativity and how that's impacting you. So that's just always something to be aware of, right? You are not your Instagram. You are not your Facebook. You're not the comments on Facebook. You are so much more than all of those things. And I know that many of us can look at other people and think that they are all of their social media. You see someone living their best life on Instagram or Facebook, and you're just like, wow, their whole world just must be flowers and rainbows and love. And then we can start to feel really bad about ourselves, go deeper into a comparison game. So just make sure that you are really trying to be judgment free, and you just take social media and the content you're seeing on a regular basis to just face value. It's just a sticker on your phone. Let's just try to take some of the worth away from social media, because in a second it could just be taken away like that. Instagram dies, Facebook dies, LinkedIn dies, Twitter becomes X. Anything is possible. And
I want to add to what you're just saying. A lot of people, I know a lot of Gen Z who they only want to post when they're ready. It could be weeks in between. It's that Taylor Swift concert and that perfect outfit. And they literally post to increase their self-worth based on how many likes they get. And if they don't get enough likes, or they didn't get as many likes as their last post, or they didn't get as many pretty comments or hearts from friends, they might let that actually take their self-worth down. And so I think that, in follow-up to what Alexa said, it's important that we kind of do a little check-in with ourselves, down to every word that we use. What is the goal of these words that we're using? What is the goal of posting this photo? Do I have an expectation after? Because if we can check in with ourselves and realize that we are posting it, we don't care who likes it, we love ourselves. We're just here to say, hey, look, this is fun, I love you, this is a great event. I want to say kudos to the event producers or whatnot. If we do it from almost a point of service instead of a point of selfishness, like I want something from this, I think we can protect our brains more.
Michelle, you talked a little bit about, including affirmations or quotes on your feed, and that's such a great way to fill social media with goodness. I can scroll through hours of just quotes and messages and stories that fill me up. It took me a while to get my feed to reflect that, but I am always following new accounts that have all kinds of goodness. And because we want all of you to be those love ambassadors, and if you are using social media, to do it with a service in mind, this is a great place to start if you haven't already. Canva is a wonderful tool. They're not our sponsor, unfortunately, but this is a tool that I really believe in. We've been able to create a real brand identity, and a brand identity is kind of like what Michelle was saying earlier with that societal mask, but hopefully we can do it in a positive way, right? Really just having those messages of love and inclusion and beauty for all, and wellness for all, and how there's some of those brand elements. What your voice saying, Vanessa?
Peace on earth. Stop the bickering. Let's unite. There's just too much division, and it's it makes you have, well, it makes me feel sad a lot. I find myself feeling sad. I stopped looking at the news. I don't look at it anymore. I really don't even look at television anymore. I just stream online, or through my television, and it's just, I can't stand it anymore. It's just it makes me sad.
I'm with you.
Yeah, and thank you for being so honest about your feelings. I feel like the emotional support group has helped you share your feelings so effortlessly, Vanessa. I'm so proud of the work you've been putting in. Really proud of you. I know I have a history here, Michelle, with a lot of the attendees, so sorry. But yeah, Vanessa, thank you for saying, just like, it makes me sad. I hear you. Yeah. I hear you, and I feel you, and I'm, peace on earth. Stop the bickering. Let's unite. Too much division. Your inner voice has a lot to say, so let's keep helping you find ways to say those things, to get those messages out. Thank you for that. I see a lot of smiles. I saw a lot of hands on hearts and hands on bellies. I felt like there was really a lot of love and connection. Is that true?
Thank you, Alexa. I love how, when we just focus on our breath, it kind of stops everything else. And yeah.
Yeah. I'm really glad that you mentioned this stop, right? Like this pause. I want all of us to know that video specifically is on the Everybody Deserves Love YouTube. So it's at your service at any time. Thank you, Brittany Ortiz, who made that video for us. So that's a tool for you. but really your breath is there for you 24/7, supporting you, bringing you life. So whenever you're feeling overwhelmed by what you're seeing online or what you're seeing in the world around you, make sure you lean on this really beautiful gift of the breath, right? And find that gratitude and that peace in your breath. And let's keep trying to implement that as a regular practice throughout our day. It's a mindfulness moment. It's the pause of love, call it whatever you want, in the midst of a conversation you're having in your own head, in the midst of a conversation with someone in front of you. Leaning on your breath is going to be a tool that's always going to reconnect you to something that's real. So just keep that in mind. I wanted us to have that moment together. Yes, and I am also hoping we're all about to break into a new dawn, right? Like a new shift in understanding of how powerful each and every single one of us are. And just to piggyback off that, what you were saying, Nicole, just so proud of you, and just being honest with where you're at, saying all the things that have held you back, that you've overcome, being so honest and willing to share. Thank you so much for your participation today. You're really adding so much value to the conversation. Thank you. And sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
We can put the ideal feed vision boarding that might be real, but we also have to kind of fight with our authenticity with our vision boarding, because it could annoy some people. Is this making any sense to you, Alexa?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was told this just like a few weeks ago.
Well, I think,
and so it made me just try to look at myself from the outside in and find a way to kind of not be authentic, be real, but don't overdo it.
Yeah, I think
and be cautious with what visions we share. Like, share the visions that are going to help others, but don't maybe share all of it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's what I'm like.
When it comes to, you bring up a lot of good points, right? Some people may not enjoy a feed, the same feed that you'll enjoy, right? You may enjoy posting something that's positive every single day. And some people may see that as being inauthentic because life isn't just positivity, right? They're like, where are the challenges? Where's the struggle? Or vice versa, where you're using social media to share some of your challenges to find, something there. And some people don't want to hear that either. So it's really about, what is your relationship with social media? How are you choosing to show up online? Everybody has the right to create their own ideal feed, whether it's something they're posting or they're consuming. Again, back to that conversation. Am I a consumer or am I a creator, or am I a both? Always from this that anybody wants to share. Peter, Angelica, Ariel, Natalie, I need to hear from you. What is going on? Any takeaways from you being here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really post on social media, so I don't really relate to a lot of this, but I think I'll definitely try to look at more positive things that I like to sort of create a creative outlet for myself.
The biggest takeaway of this whole presentation and everything is the name of posting with purpose. It made me realize that the purpose of posting is for me, not for everybody else. I think the expectations a lot is of when we post something, it's for the people that are going to see it, not necessarily for us. And it's really changed my whole perspective on it, that my feed is for me, what I want to share. And like Michelle was telling me, it doesn't have to be about me. It could be about something good that happened to me, and just spreading positivity of maybe something I saw or heard or I read, just to pass that on to others that might benefit from it. Because a lot of times I'll follow accounts, they'll post something, a positive quote or something, and it'll stick with me throughout the day or the week, and I'll mention it to someone around me. So I think this whole presentation was really eye-opening for me that it's something for me. It doesn't have to be for everyone else. So I appreciate that a lot.
So let's continue to find our self-love and our self-worth in ways that has nothing to do with the digital age and the digital world. You are so much more than technology. It's only a tool. And if we can use that tool for goodness and love and light, it is just another weapon in our self-love toolkit that we can use to, to fight the evil. And love will always win. So continue to love yourself so you can make space and love others. Thank you all for being here. And I can't wait to see you at the next Everybody Deserves Love workshop. Thank you for being here.